Hello there dear viewers, welcome to the video. This week we'll be checking in on the progress of our overwinter chilies and peppers. I'll be cracking out William the Drillium to help me construct something in the polytunnel. We will be taking a look at some of the devastating damage caused by Storm Darragh up here at the allotment site. And we'll be attending a Christmas wreath making workshop held by our allotment community. But before all of that, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Have you heard of Tour on a Table? So just before we start the video, I would like to apologise because I haven't been uploading twice a week as I have promised. I have actually been ill. I've had a really horrible virus and I'm only just starting to get over that. Yeah, it's not been pleasant. Yeah, really not felt good. So I haven't done a great deal at the plot, but I have made some progress. So the 1st of December up here at the allotment site marked the wreath making workshop commencing. Now I have been teasing for some time about something we wanted to give back to the community using ad revenue and membership money just to say thank you for having us up here and making sure we can continue to run more community events moving forward into the future. So without further ado, let's have a look at that. It's Sunday morning. Not been up long, a bit tired, but there's a wreath making workshop today at the allotment. It's a community event, and as I mentioned to you guys in a previous video, we're giving something back to the community. So this is also thanks to you guys for supporting the channel, because it comes from ad revenue and also channel memberships as well. So it's not much, but I mean we're donating tables, brand new tables, because they need places to do things for their events like the wreath making. They'll be using these two lovely foldable tables, which are going to be kept here for the community to use. And this was something on the list that one of the head of the committees up here said they really needed. We were going to get a marquee, a gazebo, but they've got one. So they want two tables and we've given it to them. Well, that was a nice afternoon, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my friend who came over enjoyed it, and so did Hannah.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, Hannah's wreath is over the mantelpiece, and it looks really nice there. We're sort of doing a bit of Victorian theme this year.
We're having an austere Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much to Flo's disdain, shall we say.
Well, more yours, because you've not been allowed to buy Christmas decorations, have you?
No. They all say I've got too many. So do you know what? I haven't bought one this year. But
yeah, anyway, it was a really good event. Nice to get all the community together. And as I mentioned at the start, we donated 2 tables, so funds from what we have made from YouTube. Not that we make a lot, but we're just giving back to the community, basically. And I'd encourage you guys, if you're YouTubers and you're part of a community like this at your allotment, do the same.
Yeah, I think they really appreciated it, actually, didn't they?
I think, yeah.
And they'll certainly get a lot of use.
Yeah.
So, and it's nice to do that, really.
Nice to help out. Right, anyway, I'm building another table in the polytunnel today.
Another one, Tom?
Yeah, another one. For, well, all the seeds we've got.
Yeah, we have got a lot of seeds, actually.
Yeah, our seed orders come in. So either this video or maybe the next one, we'll do a seed showing session. Anyway, I better crack on, because we only get a few hours of daylight now.
Yeah, and it's a pretty cold day today.
Yeah. Right, well, let's get cracking.
Yeah. See you later.
Crack on. Here we go, into the polytunnel once more. So I'm going to take you all the way down to the end first. Oh, January King cabbages. they're coming on strong. They're doing really well, actually. Been having a nice little feed of liquid seaweed, although we've got some nibbles from sluggos in here, but oh well, they're fine. So some of you channel members would have already seen that I gave this a tidy up the other day. All the chilies and peppers are gone, taken down the cucumber frame, and just given it a nice digging over and a bit of a weeding, because we had a couple of weeds. So yes, it's looking all very nice and tidy in here, ready for next year. What I wanted to do today, now because this was so useful this year for keeping seed trays, seedlings, a few chilies as well, and just generally like having some extra space in the polytunnel, I want to build another table on this side, because next year Tilly and I are growing a lot of veggies and some flowers too for Han's edible flower garden. So today the job is to build another one of these. I've already been to the timber yard. I've got all my supplies, everything I need to build the second table. Right, so I'm a couple of hours into the build so far. I've got the frame up. It's been really frustrating. I don't know why. I've just been like messing up my measurements, cutting bits of wood wrong, just drilling bits in the wrong place, and just like making loads of mistakes. Do you guys ever have days like that? You kind of have to remember, and I have to remind myself sometimes. It's like before we had the allotment, the first one in May 2023, I had no knowledge of woodwork. I'd never done it before in my life, and I've built all sorts. I built the shed, those lovely bamboo fences, the paddocks for the dogs, I mean, like this table. So yeah, you kind of forget, you know, like when you don't have much experience in stuff like this, don't be so hard on yourself. But it's been a bit frustrating. And I also lost one of the magnetic clips for the microphones as well, somewhere in here. So I have to clip it like this, and it's really annoying anyway. So yeah, I'm probably about halfway through. I just need to make this a bit sturdier. It is a bit taller than the other table, but that's what I wanted, because I want more space for growing larger plants beneath this thing. Well, it has been a bit of a frustrating afternoon, but I've got there in the end. We've got our second table, and this is something that I wanted last year, because obviously we had the original one, but there just wasn't enough room for seedlings and extra plants. So finally, it's done. Another job I've been meaning to do for a while. Yeah, pleased with this. I've even got like a little area at the end where I can keep my canes and things now. So it does look a bit odd, right? The angles of these tables. So you've got to remember this polytunnel is built on a hill, so it slants that way. So the tables look like they're jutting up in the air, but they're actually not, they're actually level. It's a weird optical illusion in here. Yeah, it's a bit odd, but it works, it's fine. So as I mentioned earlier, this table is higher than this one because I'm thinking like chilies under here, or just plants that need like a bit of extra height. I mean, it's going to get plenty of light. There's no issues with shade. I mean, we grew melon under there. That got plenty of light. So this is the reason for it being slightly higher. But you know, it's whatever works for you. This works for us. May not be for you, but yeah, it works for us. This is what we want. But yeah, pleased with this. Yeah, another good afternoon at the plot. All right, let's go home, have some dinner. Dinner time. Hello there, we're at Allotment Family Diary HQ. Just come out in the garden with these. So I wanted to give you guys an update on the overwinter chilies, because I think a couple of you were asking if I could do once a month updates on the overwintering process. So yeah, here they are. Now I've brought them outside, obviously because the lighting is better for the camera. They do not live outside, they live in our conservatory. So they are nice and snug on the top of our fridge freezer. And yeah, I mean, they get daylight, they get enough daylight, obviously enough to grow new sprouts. In fact, the thaw has got sprouts here. There's a few leaves coming. I can see a few little nodules as well appearing at various places on the stalk. This is the Cuban black, and this one, yeah, there's a lot of growth. The fiery flames, again, more growth on this one. These are the 2 chillies. Obviously these are peppers. This Thor, there's no leaves, but there are a few nodules that I can see starting to appear on the plant. Now, as you guys know, it was about a month ago when I first cut them back and put them into their new pots. I watered them once when I got them home and after they'd been repotted. They've also had one further watering. Not much water, I'd say like a pint of water per pot. So they've had 2 waterings in the space of a month. So yeah, they're doing really well. It looks like, fingers crossed, all 3 of them are going to survive. Not sure about this one. I mean, there are a few nodules of growth, but we'll see. I mean, these 3 definitely. Yes, really happy about this because I know it's a hit and miss process, to be honest. Tor's crashing the party. Are you coming up to see what's going on? Yeah, it's the chillies. You won't like chillies. No, hi. Yeah, hi. So yeah, they're doing really well. I've been checking them for signs of pests. There's no pests on them. There's no fungus, which is, if you do, apparently you just scrape off the top layer of soil, get rid of it. They're all looking really nice, really happy with them. This growth, now I've been looking online about this, and there isn't a great deal of information as to whether you should cut them back, you know, and keep them in a dormant state, or just let it do its thing. To be honest, it's not going to be too long before they're going back up into the polytunnel and the allotment. So do you know what? I'm just going to leave the growth. Let me know in the comments if you think that's wrong, but I think at the rate they're growing, I mean, what, you got maybe another like 2-3 months before they go up there. I think leaving the growth is a good idea. But anyway, yeah, this is the chili and pepper update. So far, so good. Now, I'm sure many of you are aware about Storm Darragh that recently hit the UK. 90-mile-an-hour winds, red weather warnings across the southwest and Wales. It was, yeah, it wasn't nice up here. So I walked around the site the other day and had a look at some of the damage that had been caused. I'm going to show you a few clips of some of the devastation that was caused up here at the site. And no, we didn't escape the storm's wrath either, which I will show you in a second. There is a full site tour where I walk around and have a look at everything that happened up here during the storm. And if you want to see that one, please do consider becoming a channel member. Channel membership costs less than a cheap packet of seeds each month. All our proceeds go back into the allotment and indeed our community up here. We release one member's vlog each week, so you get to look at behind the scenes stuff, family life, us going on trips, all sorts of little snippets up here at the allotment which you won't see in the main vlogs. And I'd just like to say thank you to our existing channel members. Your support is amazing. Thank you. Brilliant. But anyway, let's take a quick look at some of the devastation Storm Darragh caused. Our neighbour's greenhouse, another casualty of Darragh. But hey, I want to show you what's happened on our plot, because no, the video thumbnail was not clickbait. This is genuinely upsetting and going to be quite costly as well for us. It is a little bit upsetting, you know, especially because we've only had the thing, well, less than a year. So I think you can probably guess what it is. It's the polytunnel. So let's go and have a look and see what's happened. Okay, so let's walk inside and have a look. The table's still standing, thankfully. So yeah, I'll just show you something. These. these horrible little bits of plastic. Now, our frame is shot through. The structure is fine. It's not budged at all, but as you can see, the wind rubbing on these poles, and up here there's gaping holes. So this happened all the way around. There's various points inside the polytunnel on the frame where this has happened. So this is going to be no good at all. I mean, you're just going to have water leaking through constantly. It's going to get blight on the tomatoes. And yeah, it's not ideal at all. So this whole cover is going to need to be replaced. The frame is fine, yeah, but the cover's shot through. Another extremely annoying thing about this, I don't know if you can see, there's all these tiny little squares of plastic that have come from the plastic covering it. This is all now polluting our soil. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess I'm just going to have to literally sieve this stuff and just try and get as much of it out as I can. So yeah, not happy. You know, it's not great. Like I say, it's not even lasted a year, this cover. I think what we're going to do is just take the whole cover off. We're going to keep the frame. The frame is fine, it's fully intact, a nice sturdy build. But I think we're going to use one of the nice clear plastic coverings, because these green things are absolutely horrible. So what have we learned from this? Don't buy cheap polytunnels. Save up and invest in a good one. So yeah, what a couple of weeks it's been. We've had some highs, we've had some lows, but yeah, genuinely a bit gutted about that polytunnel cover, if I'm quite honest. I think we're going to wait until after Christmas before we redo the cover, and I'm going to be getting a lot of pipe lagging to put around those poles, because I think primarily what did it was the really hot summer, those poles heating up and just causing the cover to deteriorate over time. And then of course the storm did a number on it. Well, in other news, as I mentioned earlier, our seed order has arrived. So next week, Tilly and I are going to sit down and we'll show you all the varieties of seeds that we've got ready for next year. It's going to be great. I do hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and please consider subscribing if you have not done so already. We usually upload twice a week, although because of my illness I haven't managed to do that recently, but I'm hoping to get back on it. There'll be at least one video a week, and there'll also be one video go into our members only section. Anyway, it's extremely chilly today and I really don't want to get another virus, so I'm gonna head home and have my dinner. Yeah, stay safe guys, and I'll see you in the next one.